Welcome to A Cup of Grace. We're happy today to have with us David Caminiti, one of our key counselors here at the Home of Grace. And I want to spend some time talking with David about some of his counseling techniques, his teaching, and some other things. David, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming up and being a part of what we're doing here.
Me.
No problem. First of all, I want to ask, how long have you been with the Home of Grace?
I've been with the Home of Grace about 3.5 years now. Started in August of 2015.
Okay, time flies when you're having fun.
It flies very fast.
Tell me a little bit about your background before you came here.
I have a degree in business management from Biola University, and I worked in the business field for a while, and then felt the Lord kind of calling me to ministry, and started pursuing counseling as interest, and then just decided to go back and get a graduate degree in counseling. So I went to Reformed Theological Seminary in Jackson, Mississippi, got a master's in marriage and family therapy and counseling, and then found the Home of Grace pretty quickly after graduating, which was a real blessing, and I've been here since.
So you came to the Home of Grace with your tool bag full, didn't you?
It was definitely full, and it's grown a lot since I've been here.
I can imagine, because we have a tendency to put a lot of responsibilities on our counselors and our other staff members, but I mean, that's what you do when you're a nonprofit, so
Sure.
Nonprofit ministry. You said you have a degree in family counseling?
Marriage and family therapy and counseling, yes.
Can you just spend just a minute or so talking about that and how you can apply that here at the Home of Grace?
Yeah. One of the benefits of the program I went to is being a marriage and family therapy program. They look at family systems therapy. And so we did a lot of extensive just study and preparation in terms of understanding the family context, how that influences us, how that affects relationships, marriage counseling, things like that. And one of the main areas affected by addiction is relationships. A lot of guys come from various backgrounds in their life and damaged relationships because of their addiction. And so it's just helped me have a better understanding of kind of the context guys are coming out of, and as well as helping them heal and look forward to their future and families and just repairing that which has been broken. So
yeah, one of the things that I'm happiest about with being a part of the Home of Grace is they allow me to do a little marriage counseling and premarital counseling and those things, and it gives me an opportunity to meet the other half of that relationship.
Yeah.
The ladies, in my particular case, most of the time. So these are people that I would normally never come in contact with otherwise, and I'm sure you have the same experience.
Yeah.
So what a blessing.
It is. It's it's so interesting when we spend weeks working with the clients, the guys, for my case, working at the men's program, and we hear about their family, we hear about their experiences, and then we actually get to meet them, whether it's a visitation or a family counseling session. And you get to see some of the guys who are real hard and tough get real soft when the kids go running up to them.
All of a sudden.
And we get to see some really cool stuff when you actually get to meet their families and experience them. So
speaking of the kids, that's the incredible thing about family counseling is because you can actually do something that benefits their well-being and their welfare.
Yeah. One of the things I try to challenge guys with, particularly when they have children, is thinking about the legacy they're leaving, the impressions that they're leaving, and how that's going to play out for generations to come, and just the duty and responsibility and even blessing it is for us as men to do that for our families when it's done well, particularly. So,
let me ask you this: how do you typically measure? Measure the success of your counseling on a weekly or maybe even a monthly basis while you're here working with a particular resident?
Sure. From a program perspective, as counselors, we have certain assignments our clients are required to do. So as they go through the program, there's daily things like journaling, scripture memory verses, different assignments that we give them to do. So there's some tangible things that we can kind of track if they're actually doing it or not. The truth is that can only go so far. The finishing assignments is one thing, but what we're really looking for is heart change. It's not always something you can measure, but we typically can get a pretty good feel for how guys are doing. One thing I look for is responsiveness in counseling. Are they coming in disclosing things? Are they coming in with things that they need to work through?
Mm-hmm.
If I ask a question that's kind of deep, do they respond to that, or do they kind of backpedal and walk away? And so you can usually get a pretty good feel when guys are engaged enough, and it's not uncommon that we see that progress during the time of the program. As they get comfortable with us as counselors and Lord really starts to work in their heart, we get to see that change. So.
Okay, that's great. David, thank you so much for being with us today. It's been informative, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
And thank you back home for being with us today. We're excited that you decided to join with us, and I just we'll look forward to seeing you again next time on A Cup of Grace.